What's good, everybody? Now look, bro, we got some crazy news, but honestly, it might not even be crazy for everybody. This shoe right here, the Undefeated 4, I feel like this is one of the shoes that that was just kind of like in that era, or not even era, but just like have like pedestals of like certain shoes that have caused the boom of resale or just selling shoes or popularizing selling shoes. Because I truly think selling shoes and then people, collecting them and then resell was different peaks. But Undefeated 4, they go up there alongside with Concord 11's originals and Galaxy Foamposites. And crazy enough, two of those three shoes are actually restocking on 2025. But honestly, I don't think anybody is going to care because this shoe was before my time, right? The only reason that I know about it, and right, I'm a sneakerhead, so I do my research and things like that. But it's a lot of sneakerheads out here that just swear that if you don't know the history of this shoe and that shoe and you don't know the logistics and every little detail of it, you're not a real sneakerhead, bro. I'll be the first to say that I feel like I'm an experienced sneakerhead. There are eras in this, just like how there's eras in basketball, bro. So there's always room to learn, but I don't need to know every single detail of every shoe. Now, I do know about this shoe because when StockX was kind of like just being made, I would always be on StockX and I would just look at the highest selling shoes, and these will come up. Some like Chinese foams will come up, the Tangine foams, Paranormans and things like that. And so when I saw that they were really expensive, I looked them up. I knew the history of it, right? These new kids aren't gonna care because, again, I did my research because I care about sneakers. So just imagine this shoe has never been really brought up in no type of debates. The shoe has never really been like in my generation, and let's just say for like the past 10 to 15 years, right? This shoe has never really came up in conversation. So the newer kids that are just now getting into shoes, or the current hype beasts, the current resellers, etc., they don't know anything about this, bro. So to them, they think it looks like a regular Air Jordan 4. And if we're looking right now, realistically, just as the amount of releases has panned over, the past years, this isn't a good colorway. We just had the Craft 4s. Those went on retail, and they look very similar to these. Not comparing the two, but they do look very similar with that camo style. We also had, what were they called? The Sequoia 8s. Let me try and look those up. Because mind you, these, and I'm probably spelling it wrong. Yeah, these right here. These came out, I forgot exactly what year. Was it 20? I don't know the year. But these came out a few years ago. Exact same color scheme as the Undefeated 4s. Nobody batted an eye towards these, right? And this was before, Air Jordan 4 hype. This was just a really good shoe. It was very limited. Yada, yada, yada. I truly think that, I can't call it right now, but these have very high potential to sit. And people think I'm crazy. I made a video about the Gratitude 11 sitting, and bro, to this day, bro, I still get restocks. So don't think I'm crazy, bro. I actually do my research. I actually follow the history and the trends and things like that, bro. The military blues, those sat. That was also a grail for a lot of people. The reimagined 4s, they didn't sit, but they were very, very, very accessible. For a shoe to, be a classic like that, they sat. Or not sat, but they were very accessible for a decent amount of time. And if you just knew the slightest of what you were doing, you could easily get a pair. Saying all that to say, bro, am I gonna probably pick up a pair? Probably. These aren't really tied to me. I don't really get anything off of them. I got something off more of the military blues. I had more of attachment to the military blues than these. Because like I said, these are just like, these just never came up in conversation, bro. They were too limited, and they're like too sacred in a sense, right? So like only a few people in the world have them, and obviously like you would never ever see these in the public view. You would never see somebody just walking with them. And I haven't really seen a celebrity literally ever really in my generation wear them, right? So it's like, bro, no one really talks about these, but these are confirmed to be coming out. And see, bro, only 72 pairs were available. So only 72 people, roughly, you know, friends and family, things like that. Only 72 people, bro, have this shoe. That is truly, and then it's $25,000, bro. So it's like the Air Max, yes, those are limited, and a lot of people know those because it's like, one, they were in a movie, and then two, I feel like the Air Max was kind of just like the poster child of like just expensive shoes, because it's just like a really goofy, not goofy, but just like unorthodox shoe. Like, what are you wearing? It looks like a light up cast, right? This right here is literally just an olive 4. If we break it down to its core material. Like I said, I'm not hating on it. I respect it. I know what it's for. I know the hype that it caused, but bro, in today's age, I just don't see people getting excited for these. Whether they sell out or not, I just don't see people getting excited for these. Cause it's like, it's just a shoe that everybody knew that they weren't getting. You know what I mean? So it's like, no one really ever had attachment to it. Oh, but, and I might make a separate video, bro. Let me know if you're interested, because next year, 2025, is the anniversary. I think it's what, the 40th anniversary of Jordan. So they're dropping everything. And it's a good lineup. 2025 actually has a very fire lineup. It's just, bro, they have to kind of understand that, bro, it's a whole new generation. They're not excited. Bro, the KD4s, was it the Weathermans? I was surprised that those sat. Because when they originally came, everybody wanted those. And I thought they would age well, because I think everybody loves the KD4s, right? But they just wasn't selling out. The previous ones were selling out. I forgot what were the other ones that he retro. But anyways, if you guys want a little bit of history of it, man, originally released in 2005, so literally 20 years ago, 19 to 20 years ago, bro. The undefeated Air Jordan 4 Retro quickly cemented its place in sneaker history as one of the most limited. So this is the first most limited shoe ever, bro. So it's like, nobody had these. Only 72 pairs were available exclusively via raffle through Undefeated, and the sneakers sold out instantly, obviously. Over the years, their rarity and value have only skyrocketed, with pairs now fetching upwards of $25,000 on the aftermarket. Oh, and before I continue, there was also another movie that I think kind of like made me do even more research on it. Bro, it was a movie called November Rules. It was on Netflix, bro. I was in high school. It's like a rom-com, but the basis of the story is like, I'm trying to remember how it goes. Basically, like, this guy, he was like a sneakerhead, and then he had this girl, and he would dump her like before November, so he doesn't have to deal with her with Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine's. So then he comes back in like March. Well, long story short, he ends up like dumping her, but the girl, she ends up dating like an NBA player, and then they end up come to like this exclusive party, and then I think the NBA guy's like wearing the undefeated 4s, and they made it like a big deal in the show or the movie. And then he ends up opening his own sneaker store, which is actually a real store in real life. It's called Unknown. So I thought I liked that movie, so I just did more research on that shoe, on Undefeateds. But it's a decent movie. Let's see. The design inspiration came from the MA1 flight jacket featuring a striking, bro, because I'm pretty sure they've done this like same thing. I think they came out with the 6s, and I'm not talking about the Travises, but I'm pretty sure they came out with the 6s, because, bro, I remember this MA1 flight because a lot of people were we were rocking the bomber jackets back then, bro. So you have to, bro, the olive bomber jacket in 2025, oh my god, went platinum. Y'all don't know nothing about that, man. And a removable tongue patch that revealed rare air branding. The Undefeated Air Jordan 4 not only captured the attention of sneakerheads, but also set a high standard for future collaborations. Like I said, it's definitely it definitely deserves its credit in history, just having like forging the way for like collectors and resellers and stuff. Rumors of potential re-release have swirled multiple times over the years, sending waves of excitement through the sneaker community. Yeah, also, wait, in 2018, Jordan Brand created a limited run of samples, sparking speculation that comeback was imminent. There was also a rumor in like 2022 that these were coming out, and bro, people did, I wouldn't say they didn't care, but like, it was like, yeah, okay, we'll see. Like, so it just shows you how time changes. Like, even with the new military blue 4s, bro, they were a grail for me, because, bro, I wanted those so bad, because when I had just gotten to sneakers, this was my sister. She had the military blues. She had the He Got Games, but I think I had those too. The Baron 9s and the Green Glow 4s. And I had a bigger foot than her, so I would just walk around the house with just like trying to put my foot in there, and it's like 2-3 sizes smaller. But I just love that shoe. Fast forward, I don't even know, 10 something years, they come out with it, and it's like, yeah, like I wanted them, but yeah, sure, look, like I'll buy them just so I say I have them. But if truly, if I didn't get them, I wouldn't have been upset. In 2022, the sneaker world was again hyped on a potential re-release when Mr. Unloved Ones on Twitter hinted at a possible return of the Undefeated 4s, but it was the Air Jordan 4 Craft Olive that nobody wanted. Those were on sale a lot. The persistent rumors in the sneaker's significant anniversaries, adding intriguing layer to this latest buzz. Next year marks the 40th anniversary of the first Air Jordan sneaker and the 20th anniversary of the Undefeated Air Jordan 4. So yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, it was confirmed earlier today, so this is just like a behind article, but I just wanted to talk about the Undefeated 4s, bro, because it's honestly, you guys can let me know in the comment section, bro. Like, what do you think about that? Like, is it one? Okay, hold on. Do you think that they're gonna sit? Yes or no? Yes or no? I truly want to hear people's opinions, because I'm like 50-50 right now. It really. Me personally, I think it depends on how they release it. If they make it like another limited release, like we're only getting these at like tier 1, tier 0 stores, and maybe a handful of Foot Lockers, they'll sell out. But if they're making it similar to like any of the reimagined releases, including the Lost and Founds, they're sitting. If they have the same stock as the reimagined 4s, if they have the same stock as military blue 4s, like any of these other shoes that they try like bringing back that are like classics, and they have the same stock as those, they're sitting. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about that, and let me know what you think about if you think I'm on point about this new generation not caring, right? Like, do you think this history is just gonna get like forgotten about? I honestly, I think so, because just looking at the past releases we have and just the amount of colorways, without already knowing the information and the history behind this, you can never justify this shoe for being $25,000. Like, it just doesn't make sense. If you put this shoe next to a Olive Craft 4, I promise you that the average guy like will low-key think it's the same thing. But I digress. You guys can let me know more about it in the comment section below. With that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.